So guys, before we get started, don't forget we do have that amazing discount code thanks to Tier 0 Games going on right now, and all you have to do is put in ZW Games 5 to get 5% discount on your total order at tier0games.com. The links will be in the description below.
What's up YouTube, this is Joe from Zephyr War Games, and following on from Donald's first profile of this kind of series on the channel, where we take characters from the shows and build decks either focused or themed around them, so what we call character decks for short. So I'm going to just quickly explain that there are two ways that us here at Zephyr War Games have to build these character decks. We have Donald's way, which is what I've done with this one, where we take the character that we want to do a character deck around, and not only use cards that they've used in both the animes and their manga respectives, but we also use the legacy support that the official game has given to them. Meaning that if they were to play with their themes in the current game, this is what they would use. So I've done that with Zane Truesdale, or as I like to say, Helakaiser Ryu, because I'm using his deck with the Cyber Dark implemented after he went Helakaiser style, and using the Underworld deck. So I've done this. I've taken that concept, that theme, and built a 60 card deck around it. And I'm going to run through you the card choices that I've picked. So also the other way that I believe that Dale's done with his character deck of choice is that you literally just take what they've used and only what they've used in the show or manga. And you build your deck around that. So I believe Dale's going to do one on the channel at some point down the line for that. So there's two ways that you can go about doing this. So as I said, I've gone with Donald's route, where you use everything at your disposal so long as it sticks within the character's theme. So that's and done, let's run through it. Starting off, just because it is pretty small, the Cyber Dark implement the Cyber Dark engine part of it is one Horn Keeler Edge, one Cannon, one Claw, and one Infernal Dragon and one Exploder Dragon. This is everything that both Zane has used and the legacy support as well. Obviously in the show, unless it's literally been seen, we assume that the character only plays one of that copy. So I've literally gone with just one copy of each, because that is what Zane has used, along with just one copy of Claw and Cannon, because again, barring the rules that we've pretty much given ourselves, I believe that again, unless the character has used them, you don't play more than one copy. So continuing, I play one Cyber Ouroboros. I'm kind of like classing this within the Cyber Dark era, because it is a dark cyber monster, and it helps with the discarding that you kind of want to do with the Cyber Darks, because you just kind of want to get either your dragons in the graveyard to equip with them, or you just literally send them to the graveyard for easy fusion summons. Now going on to the Cyber part, free Cyber Dragon. Zane's obviously used Cyber Dragon at 3. One copy of Claw, because again, legacy support by the rules. One Nashter as well, along with one Hers. One copy of Veer, one copy of Dry, and one copy of Zwei. Literally, you just want to like max out on, I say max out, but you want to literally just use one of each monster that can duplicate its name as Cyber Dragon to keep your Cyber Dragon consistency nice and high for your fusions and your cards in the deck. One Proto Cyber Dragon as well. Now, in the manga, I believe that he did use 3 copies of Cyber Dragon Lava, because then he goes, I think he was up against Bastion, Bastion Masawa, or it was either that or Chaz, and he used the Lavas to help bring out Cyber Elton. So I'm going with 3 copies of Lava for that reason. For deck thinning and just keeping your board presence on the field, keeping you alive. 1 copy of Cyber Chaos. Like, literally, if Zane used this, it would have been absolutely amazing. And I'm playing 1 copy of Laser and Barrier Dragon. Really nice to have those in a deck again. 1 copy of Cyber Valley. 1 copy of Cyber Phoenix. And 1 copy of Cyber Elton. And that rounds up the monsters in the deck. Moving on to the spells now. 1 copy of Cyber Emergency to help you search for stuff, along with the 1 copy of Cyber Repair Plant. Now, funnily enough, according to YUGIOH Pro, according to Wikipedia, this card was shown in Zane's deck as he was going for Overload Fusion to summon Chimeritic Overdragon. Machine Duplication. So yeah, Zane knew the combo. So yeah, we're playing 1 copy of Machine Duplication. According to Wikipedia, he says that there's 2 copies in this deck, but until I see it for myself, I'm just literally going to go with the 1 copy. 2 copies of Power Bond. He does use 2 copies of Power Bond. Apparently he's used 2 copies of Overload Fusion, so I got 2 copies in there. 1 copy of Future Fusion, but I will be taking one of these out for a defusion. I just need to get my hands on one. 1 copy of Future Fusion, 1 copy of Cyberload Fusion, along with Cyberdark Impact, like the themed fusion cards for the deck. 1 copy of Polymerization and 1 copy of Flash Fusion, and then 1 copy of Cybernetic Fusion Support. 1 copy of Cyberdark Inferno. 1 copy of Super Strident Blaze. Now, I actually just remembered this very instant to add in. I haven't put in Evolution Burst, which I'll probably find a way to put that in, but Super Strident Blaze is really good for your fusion monsters. 1 copy of Photon Generator Unit for your Cyber Laser. Now, this card is... I'll explain this. Arrivals. So the reason that this card is in here is because in the anime, Zane uses a card called Quick Summon. And what Quick Summon does is exactly what is listed on Arrivals, that during the battle phase you get to normal summon 1 monster in addition to your normal summon or set. It's literally the exact way as Quick Summon does. So for this profile, I've added a copy of this in here purely on the basis that is a legit TCG/OCG version of Quick Summon. So I don't know why they should literally print Quick Summon, but that's literally just how Arrivals plays. 1 copy of Creature Swap. 1 copy of Dimension Explosion. I'd like to fit in a copy of Dimension Fusion in here, but I haven't got a copy of that, sadly. 1 copy of Limiter Removal, the standard Potter Greed and Graceful Charity. 1 copy of Monster Reborn, and 1 copy of MST. He actually did use MST in his first duel against Jaden. So that's it for the spells. Moving on to the traps now. We have 1 copy of the Attack Reflector unit for our Barrier Dragon, 1 copy of Cybernetic Overflow along with Cyber Network, 1 copy of Cybernetic Hidden Technology, 1 copy of Cybernetic Revolution, 1 copy of Powerwall, 1 copy of Call the Haunted. Again, according to the Yu-Gi-Oh wiki, he's used this. I can't remember when he uses it. And 1 copy of Trap Gemmer, which he used against Astro Phoenix in his league duel, his tournament league duel with him. So that's it for the main deck. Moving on to the extra deck. We have 2 copies of Cyber Dark Dragon. Now, to be technical, Zane himself has not used 2 copies of Cyber Dark Dragon, but Cyrus has. And Cyrus only obtains Cyber Dark Dragon through mixing his Void deck with Zane's deck. So the fact that he now has access to 2 copies of Cyber Dark Dragon, the reason that you can tell that there's 2 is because he makes one gets destroyed, and he fusion summons another one later on. So there's no point in that duel against the Psycho style duelist, Jinzo player, that he shuffles Cyber Dark Dragon back into his extra deck. There's no count on him doing that. So the fact that he makes one, it gets destroyed by Crush Card, and he makes another one legitly via Fusion Summon, must mean that there's 2 copies of Cyber Dark Dragon in his extra deck. And as I said, the only reason he has access to Cyber Dark Dragon is because he mixes his deck with Zane's, which is why there's 2 copies of Cyber Dark Dragon in here. Just so you guys know, I'm not breaking my own rules. Adding 2 copies of Cyber Dark Dragon. Zane has legit access to 2 copies of Cyber Dark Dragon. 1 copy of Cyber Darkness Dragon. 1 copy of 5-Headed Dragon. He does have 5-Headed Dragon as extra deck and he's duel against Cyrus Truesdale. You get to see his extra deck and 5-Headed is in there. 2 copies of Cyber End Dragon. In his duel against Jaden, he makes Cyber End Dragon, it gets destroyed, and then later on in the duel he fusion summons another copy of Cyber End Dragon. So that is confirmed that there is 2 copies of Cyber End Dragon in his extra deck. 1 copy of Cyber Twin Dragon, 1 copy of Chimeratech Over Dragon, 1 copy of Chimeratech Mega Fleet Dragon, 1 copy of Chimeratech Fortress Dragon, and 1 copy of Chimeratech Rampage Dragon. There should be a Cyber Eternity in this extra deck. It's just currently in my Cyber deck at the moment. I forgot to take it out. So that, again, there is a copy of Cyber Eternity in here. 1 copy of Nova and Infinity. And 1 copy of Cyber Dragon Seeger to round up the extra deck. And overall, the profile. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Stay tuned because there will be more character decks coming for you guys down the road. I've literally made a Akapo Reiji deck, a DD deck, so following the same rules that I've shown you today, so using not only stuff that he's used but legacy support as well. I did try to make the Reggie one a just full on rules on only what Reggie's used, but funnily enough, Reggie has not used 40 cards that at least have been printed. If we only take what's been printed from what he's used, there's not enough to make a 40 card deck, so I couldn't even make a 60 card deck with it. So I had to follow the same rules and make it a 40 card deck. So expect that one sometime down the road. So as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Give us a comment down if you like these character profiles, and we'll keep them coming. But we've all got some character profiles that we want to show you guys. But do let us know that you're enjoying this little mini series content. So as always, guys, like, comment, subscribe. Until next time, as always, happy dueling.
What's up, YouTube? Dan here from YUGIOH Games. Thanks for watching that video. If you liked it, please hit that big thumbs up button in the bottom corner as well. And don't forget to hit the big red subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything. Make sure you click that notification bell as well so you know every time one of our new videos goes up. Throughout the whole year of 2019, we're going to have more deck profiles, duels, and of course pack openings for you guys to watch and enjoy the entire year round. So stay tuned for more, and as always, guys, happy dueling.